Well, hello, and welcome. This is Joanne the Jewel Design, and it's been a while. I know, I'm sorry. The gaps are huge. The timing in between things is not great. I'm either doing digitals, or I'm crafting, or not anything. I'm working on the home, I'm working on the house, I'm working on the kids. Holidays keep popping up, and they take up a lot of time and energy. So I am definitely back here. We did a quick reel on Instagram on the kit I'm working on today. I've been trying to keep things up there the best I can, because sitting down and doing full YouTube videos sometimes just isn't possible. But I am so excited. I've got the new Santa's Vintage Christmas Journal Kit up this past month, and I finally get to work on it. I'm so excited. I've been working on little bits of prepping pages so I can sit here and decorate with you guys. But you know, I haven't been able to actually get going, and so I finally decided that today I was just going to sit and craft all day, and while I was at it, I would bring you guys along so that you can, you know, I can craft all day and then do videos in between and get those out for the next couple days. And this is definitely going to be my next 2+ weeks, trying to get this journal done. So if there's somebody who needs a quick, you know, Christmas journal for themselves for December, it will be available for purchase. So, because I have my December daily, which is a winter one, which we'll be pulling that out once this is done. And anything little in between that I just want to work on. I found old kits. I found my Cozy Winter kit. I found parts of my, I already did one version of the Dashing Through the Winter last year, so there's leftovers of that. I've got Christmas Joy leftovers, so I have everything sprawled out around me, and so I can pull from all of it and really make this a wonderful journal. So that is what we're working on today. We are going to be working on a, what's it called? A package. I had gotten some Christmas sticker books from someone from the Netherlands, and so it came in one of these red bags. So we're going to make it a pocket page ordeal. So that's what we're working on today. We're going to decorate up some areas of that. So I'm stoked about that. And so, you know, coming along and whatnot. I know you've seen it on Amy at Crafty Cat, who requested these. Lorette showed them off this morning. Hopefully this goes up tonight, Friday night. You know, you saw this hopefully this morning over at Lorette Chandler's Vintage Paper Girl. But just in case you haven't, you don't follow either one of those, and you're just a rare person who follows me on occasion when I show up, I did come out with the reason for the season's word labels. It's definitely still Christmas, but a little bit more on the religious side. The whole reason for the season, meaning, you know, baby Jesus, our Savior, you know. If you are Christian Catholic, this is sort of where this lies. But the words also just work really well for Christmas. I mean, the star, glory, peace, carol, as in caroling, holy, not so much holly, but holy, oh, hallelujah. I mean, there are definitely very specific words. 3 wise men and their favorite gifts, nativity scenes, you know, Bethlehem, it's just a place. So, Noel, faith, wise men, kings, you know, you have 23 words up here in our usual about 1 1/4 size. You have some new definitions. Some are old. We've had them before. Peace, believe, joy. What was the other one? I think I had, and love. It's been in my kits before, but not in this color. So we have a nice creamy brown, base neutral vintage ordeal. So you can put them in any journal. You can ink them however you want to up them up, you know, to boost any coloring, but it's definitely neutral, so it fits any journal you want. But then it has other things like adore, Christmas, Savior, Advent, glory, rejoice, manger, holy, anything that made sense when I did the definition that sort of fit, wasn't too far-fetched from what we were trying to accomplish. But there's 18 definitions, there's 23 small words, and you get 44 vertical words. So it's like every word we wanted, and then it's every word with one repeat of like one line, like 10 words that were repeated up here that sort of fit the theme. So these are my new, you know, these are pretty much my standard signature vertical words. Shape and size a little heavier on the border, but you can cut down as far as you want. That's the joy. You can have all the lines. You can cut that outer one. You can go all the way down to where you're, you know, you just barely want the first line. That is the joy of some of these things that I do. There's layers. You can cut down as far as you want. You don't want any of that, you can just cut out the rectangle. It is, you know, it has room to play. But this has become my new signature shape and size for vertical words, and I think even the font, I've used this font quite a few times. So, you know, it's really great for verticals. Now, so you have these. You have the new vertical Christmas ones. the Forever Christmas words that are vertical, but in the red and green. You have the old Christmas kit. I mean, you got 3 or 4 things, plus you got blue ones. You've got blue words for snowy winters. You've got numbers. Yeah, I'm 26, 28 words deep. 6 or 7 now in the Christmas seasonal side. Christmas and seasonal. So yeah, they're all there, and I love it. I've been really blessed that I've been able to find, you know, a good book to do those words out of. It's a little piece of my husband with me. I started using it, 4 years ago. I said, hey, honey, I'm going to borrow your Webster dictionary. And actually his sister had it first in high school, I think, and then handed it to him. Passed it down to him. And, because I have her initials in here all over the place. It's cute. So he brought it home, through high school, and you can see it's been taped back together. I've had to tape it because when you open this to scan stuff, yeah, it gets a little temperamental. So I'm going to have to keep working my way through it. But even if it sort of falls apart and I just have it sort of bound together as my digital scan ordeal, I'm going to do so. This was published in 1958 and republished a number of times, but the original was 1958. This set of 50,000 words. Oh my gosh, we've done so many more words since then, right? But I love these because I think they really fit the genre and the feel and the definitions that we agree on. There's so many words today that aren't words, right? I don't know. Anyway, I'm loving it. It's a little piece of him that I get to take along and share with you guys every so often. So I've been very happy. But Amy asked for, she was working on her Reason for the Season journal, and she was asking for certain words, and she's like, I can't find these. And I'm like, oh, let's work on that. So I was really stoked. Thank you so much for asking, Amy. And, not forcing me, but helping me create another kit. I was like, oh, well, let's get something else new out, right? So, hold on. I'm a little far away from my desk. All right. So, okay. So, like I said, I've got a couple things going on here, and I don't know. The goal is to be able to put we've got a multiple of things. I also have it in here somewhere as an envelope that we're going to turn into an insert page also. So, my desk is a disaster. I pulled everything out for this kit. Was a good girl, made a basket, and like, here's all my fussies. And then anything I wanted to cover up, and decor in some way, like hide the labels, but things to corrugate with, a Starbucks thing I think would be fun to cover up, because I love the green. Cover up the branding, but use in other ways. So I pulled my greens, again, I love the mint and the green, so let's use it up. But yeah, I went ahead and pulled out everything I thought I would need this time around. Anything I could find. We have another file folder I may, insert into something. But these are all the little itty bitty weird things that I need to use. And, Tim Holtz words. And, oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure everything was cut out. I pulled all the papers. I pulled all my this and I pulled it all out, hoping. Plus the pile of things that are for the cover, which we aren't going to get to today, of course. But they are being sat on by my cat. Anyway, Miss Kiki is deciding that I'm good company, but she wants to sleep on my the materials for my cover instead of in her little box that is literally right above her head. It's so funny. So, when we do the pages here, I have them all in here. This time around, because I wanted to have a little bit more room to play with and didn't want to block so much, I cut the top and bottom border off, but I left the little edge printer border, distressed it, because this is going to help me glue trims, laces, whatever I want. Now, if I decide not to glue anything to it, then I'll go back and do a ripped effect on the edge. But I didn't want to end up covering so far in and have nothing to glue anything onto. So I went ahead and, distressed the edges a little bit in case you see them, but we're going to cover those edges on almost all of them. And even if I don't, this one's really well done, and I don't mind that, actually. I don't know why. It doesn't bug me. So I went ahead and cut everything down for the basic line and added in my papers, got things going. Oh yeah, so here's where I think we're going to turn my scalloped envelope into a deep pocket for a file folder booklet. We're going to put some papers in there. We're going to make that a file folder booklet. So we're going to do that. And then the other side, I think it's going to be a flat, we're just going to get a simple, 3-rung, and we're just going to put some journal cards in there. So we'll get to decorate that up later. So that's on the do. But this will get it cut off, I think, and I'm going to flip it around. And so it's going to be a tuck this way, and then we'll be able to tuck, because we're using these flaps as gussets, we're going to be able to, put that file folder in there. So that's coming up. But that's easy. That's not a big deal. But I have some, I think this is Sam Poole. I used some of her pages just out back because I got tired of my own. I've got stamps from chapter one paper in here. Chapter 1 paper. She has a gorgeous Christmas stamp kit out right now. So, like, I took a sheet and cut them up so I have some more things to fussy with. I think I put mine on sticker paper. Yeah, I did. So I can, use that. I dropped one. Oh, no. I hate when you drop them because you're like, I'm never going to remember I put it down there. But at the same time, I don't know where it went. Oh, well, I'm going to have to find that one later. I found my words and my definitions, and I reprinted things. I think I was short on stuff, and oh my goodness. Bummer. Okay, well, I'll find it. I'll find it later. It's probably hiding somewhere, and I'm never going to find it, but I have both white and brown on my floor, and you would think when it lands on the brown, I would see it. But my luck, it landed on the white, and it's blending in. So, like I said, today we have this lovely... I gotta glue that. Oh, I did it again, guys. Okay, hold on one sec. Plus, I think my what do you want to call it, is a little loud. I have music on inside the house with the door open so I can hear in and out. The cats can go in and out. But I don't want it too loud and then YouTube get mad at me. It's supposed to be all classical music, but once in a while, an old movie or a song that's just instrumental comes up and they get all mad at me. I'm like, well, I can't control that, But okay, give me 1 second, guys. All right, as you know, I always forget. It's been so up and down in the garage lately that we've had so much hot and cold going on that, I can't really leave them out. We're down to the, low 40s, I guess, which I know, of course, not cold for some. That's warm for some people. Low 40s for some, and, during the day, and then we are, sorry, baby girl. We are, getting into the 80s in the afternoon, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Our California weather has not been able to decide which way we're going with anything, and so it's a little annoying. But I also didn't have as much room as I thought. I cleaned up stuff. I was really stoked, really proud of myself. We did the whole reorganization with Celeste, her pretty purple butterfly, like lace holders that she made for me. I finally got all that cleaned up, which I'm super stoked about. Which I don't think I pulled any of that out because I have so many other Christmas things. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I know. But I got that all cleaned up, which made room, but then it didn't. So crazy. Okay, so I needed my glues. I got a new topper for my glue, guys. Woohoo! You're probably tired of hearing me complain about that. So anyway, I am going to put, for substance, because this is a pretty low bag, I have a lot of paper left over from last year's vintage greeting Christmas flip-flop journal. And a little bit of the Christmas Joy that we used. And so I have some interesting scraps. So I think I'm going to make a collage board. So maybe we'll do that one day. We'll just chat and collage. I wish I could do live. I don't have enough people for that to actually talk to some of you. But not that I would know what time to do it. But anyway, we're going to do a large collage sheet. Quite a bit. Because I have a lot of papers left over I would love to just use. We're going to do a large collage board or two. And if they're really pretty, maybe I'll scan them in. We'll put them up for sale real quick as just a cluster. Before I cut them up, but I need a large journal card here. Makes it, like we've done before, a large journal card. We do a collage backed on the right paper. It's also a writing board if we do it thick enough. So yeah, fun things on that to come. But I figured we have that pocket on this side. Put a pocket in there. I don't know if we'll put anything on here. It may just stay blank, or if we find out later, maybe if it's stout enough that it'll hold, maybe we'll put a belly band on this end, and so we can put a journal card in. But we'll just see how stout those cards come out. My biggest worry is this today. So we're going to do the outside first. That is the least of my worries. And I'm going to try to find or create a letter to Santa header. Make it all vintagey, and we're going to put it inside this pocket. I think it would be fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are you all? I feel like it's been forever, and I'm so sorry. I know it doesn't do me any good for my numbers not to be on here and not to be around. But it's been, it's been a little tricky. I tried to, I design stuff, and then we got busy with things, and I was school, and I just didn't, I'm using the wrong glue, I just realized. Shoot, oh well. It's been a little crazy, it's been a little weird, trying to get, into the groove of things. Schooling started, and then I got some fall done, which I was stoked. I got both, yeah, that is not sticking whatsoever, is it? Nope. It might hold, but not really. You don't realize how non-straight things are until you line them up. I want to see a little bit of the paper. I want to be able to see a little bit of the green, and then I want to put the red down before I put the pocket on it. My little tuck. Let's see how this puppy does. Yeah, he's been inside the house because, yeah, we're, like I said, 40 in the morning, could be up to 80 in the afternoon. This week has been into the low and mid 80s. Though Tuesday and Friday of next week, we could see a little rain. I'm like, I would love to see rain, actually. I mean, I know there are a lot of you who are starting to see snow. I've got friends in a number of different areas, including Minnesota and other areas, and there's snow. I had one friend, he had snow on Halloween morning, snow on the floor. I'm like, oh, that would just confuse this California girl to no end. I used to grow up with rain, maybe, right? A little rain, maybe, the night before Halloween, or, we've had rain during the night of Halloween. Try to trick-or-treat with kids in Halloween. The one year both my girls wear the smallest of outfits, like one's Cinderella and one's Frozen. Which you would think, oh, well, the cold doesn't bother me anyway. Yeah, no, it bothered her. Neither one of them wanted to be out for very long. That was like my mom and dad finally come with us, to go trick-or-treating that year, and I think baby girl was 3 or 4 at the most. And she, of course, was fine. She's like, let's go. But, my 8-9-year-old was like, I'm cold, I'm wet, I don't want to do this anymore. You can't make me. Are you literally taking the bath on top of my... Well, whoever gets this will have a little extra lovely fur. No, I'll make sure it's all off. My kitty cat. She's not even mine. She's my daughter's, but yeah, right. She won't be going anywhere. It's going to be a few years. Even if my daughter goes off to college, like, if she goes off to college, she's got at least 2 years before she can get an apartment. And even then, apartments are a little weird about animals. Cats are a little easier in a way, but than a dog, right? But, her being able to take this cat anytime soon is going to, it's going to be a shocker. And so I'm like, yeah, this cat's going to become mine. She doesn't like when her owner, her baby girl, her girl is not home. Halloween on Tuesday. They left to go to school. My oldest comes home. Kiki's technically owner. And her human. And she comes home, she changes clothes, and I take her right back out the door. And I get home, and she's looking at me like, where did she go? Wasn't she just home? Why isn't she still here? I'm like, I'm sorry, hon. So the goal was to decorate this little tab area, and then put the pocket right in front of it, glue it down. And now there is a little bit of a gusset to it, so there's a little bit more to it. I didn't feel like just gluing it straight down. So we do need to glue this one down. We'll use this to glue the basics down because it is on very interesting paper. Oh my gosh, I got a bubble in that one. Eek. I haven't used these things new. Everything has been sitting, I'm afraid, for the past 2 weeks. I'm about to have a bubble pop on my glitter glue, which I tried to order new glitter glue. I ordered it like a month ago, thinking it was coming from Arizona. I thought, I'll make it. Amazon was going to ship it in my my monthly ordeal. And all of a sudden I'm being told it was being delayed. And I went, no. So I had to cancel it because I wasn't sure what was going to come out and retry it again. They say it'll be here tomorrow, Saturday. I ordered it on Thursday. I am missing something. What am I looking for? Do you hate that when you have something, you moved it around because you needed to do something? Oh, there they are. Oh, you can tell I'm totally out of sorts, guys. I'm sorry. But I wanted to show you this. This is probably like the funnest thing out of the whole kit and caboodle that I'm working on. And, I'll have to find more things. I guess the biggest thing will be sitting down, and doing some prep work and walking through some of the those fun things like I was showing you. All those cute little tags or the fun unusual things as we sit and decorate them. The collage board. Those will be the things I guess I'll do on camera with you guys. Because normally those things I just sort of jump the gun and see. Even this is trying to... I can't even open the bottom right now. It's like, oh my gosh, I have to almost put it underwater to get it to come off. I think it was getting loopy, and so I was having a hard time. I have to take pressure off by opening the top. I can do the top silver part, but oops, wrong one. That's about it. Alright, let's try that. I want it outside because I want to be able to not deal with it. Alright, so I glued that part down for the gusset, but then we'll do this end for... I rounded the edges to make it, a little more decorative. I thought it'd be fun. It's a belly band that is sitting in the fussy cut page of this kit. There's a slight notch where his elbow actually does go beyond the rectangle. Not big enough for a full tabby spot, but I figured it was enough to do, for a little decor, a little something fun, right? But we're going to put, I think I'm going to I'll make a small paper, small letter to Santa that we can fold in thirds and put in here, and you can be able to see the header of it. So that comes out really cute, and you happen to follow me on Crafters of a Jewel Design, which that link is down below in my description. You'll have to keep an eye out, and you'll have to come download it. If it comes out really cute, I will put it up for my members over at Crafters of a Jewel Design on Facebook. It's my private group for you guys, and you'll get free access to that. I like to do little thank yous. If you follow me here, and if you follow me over on Facebook group, then it's all good. If you follow me on here and don't do Facebook, though, please let me know, and then maybe we'll do it a different way. But all right, so there we go. So that is ready for its vintage letterhead when I'm ready, and that's my reminder, so I remember to make it and put it in there. Then on the other side, I was thinking, I have this hole. Had a hole from the packaging, right? And I'm such a dork. I went to go make this a pocket on this side just as much as the other side. And this piece of paper, this copy dyed paper, was supposed to go in here to block the hole, but supposed to leave it open on this side to tuck in. And I goofed and glued it down to the other side. So I was like, now I have a hole. I have a pocket, but with a hole, so it doesn't do me any good. So, like, never mind. No. So I just glued the whole thing down. Thought, we'll make it a tuck on the outside, and then we're going to decorate this side as any other decorative page. I figured that would work best. So, yeah. So what I did do is, so I tried to buy this. It wouldn't come. I tried to buy, they're all coming out of New York right now. And I'm like, it's snowing from one end to the other. I do not know how that's going to work. Arizona, at least, is still like a decent heat coming to California. So, like, it's not decent. Like, now it's probably coming down to the 80s and 70s and 80s, and they're stoked, right? That's their idea of cold. Or they may still be very warm. I'm going to do this because I have to cut it off. Yeah, so I'm a little bummed that they're all everybody I was looking for on Amazon is coming out of New York. Because I don't really want to spend, so I was trying to buy it directly from glitter, whatever, from out of Arizona, but they want like $9 for shipping, and I'm like, I'm around the corner. Seriously? Well, I feel like I'm around the corner. I'm like, seriously? No, I don't want to do that either. So, the goal is to do that with we're using the Dollar Tree netting, meshing, whatever you want to call it, that has the red poinsettia on it. And I had it in gold leaves and gold, two different types of gold leaves that they also do for fall. So, but it drops so much glitter. Holy moly. So I took one of my pages that was a dummy, was a mess up, or a goof up. I'm on the back side, so I don't have to worry about it. And we're going to use that. Wow, glitter. I'm going to be covered in that tomorrow. So, let's see. Do I put it down? I think we're going to cut it off. But the top is not as clean as I was hoping. I did a bad job with that. Wow. How rude. I don't mind some, but I mean, I could go the other, did I go the other way and gotta cover it up? Well, I could, I guess, figure out how to cover it. Then you wouldn't know, right? It fits. I only have to trim a little bit. What we might do is just cut right inside. Yeah, it's sort of a bummer. I'm like, I hate to cut certain things on and off. Oh well. I want to see enough poinsettia so you can tell. But we are doing quite a bit of clustering up here, so I think that's the other thing is I wanted to see enough poinsettia that made it worthwhile. Yeah, I really like all that up there better, so we'll just bring it above and I will trim it off. We can always put some lace across the bottom if I need a better border. And we could do that. Let's do this, and then I can always just put some lace across the bottom here. I got some new lace. I can put some lace across the bottom to sort of blend that in. Okay. Options, right? So are we all into Christmas? I mean, I know I have, Dawn is doing her tags and cards and stuff for a show, which is awesome. And they're all Christmas and winter base. I guess a lot of us are into Christmas at this point, right? I mean, fall is still here. We still have a month of fall for those of us in the Western Hemisphere. I guess. I know there's other parts of the world that are going into, or as we're still fall into winter is what, spring into summer? They're done with their winter, so it's like, eek. Let's see if this will work. I don't want to scrape too much and have, like, it move and have it, take off a bunch of... glitter. I'm like, I don't want to really wipe off any glitter. I'm going to be covered in red glitter. I'm going to find it in my hair. I'm going to find it on my face all day. So cut a little off the top. Do that. But yeah, no, hopefully everybody's doing well and enjoying whatever season it may be for them. Even if, you know, I mean, you still celebrate. Some of you may still celebrate Christmas. It's just not that cold, wintry Christmas that we're all going to start complaining about here, huh? So they might glue this down first. I don't think anything's gonna. I don't think we're doing. Oops, sorry guys. Oh, so sorry. It looks like it's moved on me, or I've moved. I don't know which. So I want to do this. Don't open till Christmas, since it's sort of the beginning of the book. I need to trim this out a little bit more and distress it. I think that one's actually from Dreamers, etc. That's an old. I've had that for a few. I've had that scrap for a few years. I think it looks like one of hers. So I'm thinking about putting that there. I'm thinking about putting. We're gonna coin cut out him and use the word Mary or Joy here, and we're gonna cluster it a little bit below. Let's see. I believe I made these within the 1.5 inch punch for the most part. Yeah, so you can pretty much just about punch them within the 1.5 inch. I was thinking about doing him for more green, but I'm sort of wondering. He brings joy to. I mean, they all bring joy, but you could. Yeah, these definitely. These fit beautifully as a 1.5 inch and the 1.5 inch punch. You know, but I think the two in the middle are great for the 1.5 inch punch. The ones on the outside maybe a little bit more fussied out. So I want different shapes. That's the thing. I want shapes. So I'm going to bring it up a little bit so he is more of a coin. And we don't really cut off the top at all. Don't mind if I cut off the bottom. It doesn't bug me at all. I want different sizes and shapes. I don't want to go just, I'm going to need that, but, all right. This is already starting to work, apparently. So, yeah, you can see it's a problem on the back. I reworked this kit a little bit, so I print it and then be like, nope, that's not what I want. And because this stuff was damp underneath through the mesh, it's sort of gluing itself down. I'm glad I got it where I wanted it, right? There we go. What is this? It's not Fabric Fusion, it's the other one. Whatever my fabric glue this one is. It's a little, even in the sugar plum or sugar whatever packets here, it's a little odd. Mine always seems a little sticky, and even though I try to keep it like as neutral as possible for heat, I did know in the winter though, it works better for me than in the summer. Does not like summer weather at all. When like the glitter glue seems to work better in the summer, and it freezes up. You know, it's a pain in the winter. My fabric tack, that's what this is, seems to work just fine. But it is not liking the pressure change all of a sudden because it's been in the house, so it shouldn't be fine. But I haven't been using it, so it builds up a certain amount of pressure, and so everything gets all weird bubbly. Yeah, there's a bubble in there. There's an air pocket that won't go away. So it's just everything I do is popping up. Well, you know, I was trying to craft today with you guys. So you guys will probably see this evening. By the time I get everything prepped and get this done, get it uploaded, get the favorite. Yeah, I do have a freebie for you guys if you watch. I'll show you at the end here, or once I start on it, I'll show you. There'll be a freebie for you guys in this link. There'll be to a Dropbox where you just have to go in and, even as a guest, even if you don't actually run a Dropbox app or whatever, it opens up on your internet browser, and you just go in and hit the download button, and you can, download it to your device, into your Adobe Acrobat, or because it'll be a JPEG, so it'll be easy. And you guys can have some fussies on me. I never have enough hollies and poinsettias when I work on projects. And and it's like, well, we all have them, but doesn't mean we all have them when we need them, which I always think is the thing. We never have them when we really need them. All right, I just not want to do what I want to do. Okay, let's put the top on it. The nails are a disaster, but that's okay. Sorry. The last of the Halloween guys: matted black, glossy black, destroyed black, red, bloody, whatever. They're about to go brown and short. I'm like, I need to get through my crafting this month and not worry. I don't know, there might be one more video. I hate to wait till after my nails are done for another video because I'll never get back to it. But there'll be a video or two more with these, but this will be about it, and then we'll move on to the next thing. But yeah, November's not big on me. We go sort of brownish orange in memory of my husband's birthday, but it's Thanksgiving and it's the last of fall, and I don't go anything crazy in November. I do have a bunch of leaves though. We have some leaves and pumpkins and fun decals that we'll add sometimes. So I think I'm gonna have her do a pretty cat eye brown, orangish brown maybe, or brown, and then I'll come home and after yard work I will add in some leaves and stuff to my own, you know. So these are part of the old kit, the old Christmas kit that has, see, there's the word joy again, silence, comfort, vintage, whatever. They're in both a little bit of a burgundy and a green text. So those are fun too. So that's, yeah, I'm really, stoked in the joy that everybody's getting from these, and they sell every year, which it's nice having something unusual or different or something that people seem to enjoy. It does make my life a little easier. There will be changes in the new year. I don't know how much digitals I'll be doing, except for something that happens to grab my attention. But I think I'm going to be a little bit more hands-on for a while, guys. I have a lot of supplies in my section, and I need to make things out of them. I need to make them and sell them and clear out what I have. And at the same time, we will probably start stocking up a little bit more and create a new shop and try to get more supplies. Whether it be vintage things that we find in our neck of the woods, whether it's this one's a little I have to change gears a little bit. Just digitals alone isn't working for me. It's fun when someone requests something like the words, you know. My mom will I'll create something, my mom's like, I need words for that, and words are easy. They don't pay the bills, but they do, you know, they cover the fees enough. They cover the fees or the renewals for something. I'll probably clean up my shop so that if I have kits that just haven't sold in 6 months, probably going to pull them out for a while. You know, just keep the more active elements. It's really hard when all of a sudden you think you're making all this money and, you know, a dozen things all of a sudden auto-renew and you're like, I haven't sold those in 4 months? Really? Yeah, it's really a bummer. Because everything auto-renews in a digital aspect immediately. So if you buy it, then it renews itself and I have to pay another 20 cents. Even though I say there's 100 of those, it will charge me 20 cents times 100. So if I don't update it, all of a sudden I'm sold out, then yes, of course it won't renew it again. It says, oh, you're out of stock. But you know, that's 100 times 20 cents is only $20, but if I don't sell 20 of those, you know, then it doesn't pay for itself. It's weird way. It pays for itself, but it doesn't. If all of a sudden you stop selling it, then you're like, well, who's paying for it? So it's a very weird concept on the digital aspect. It's great. I can sell it everywhere, but, you know, sometimes you're like, well, I haven't sold that item in forever. Why am I paying for that still? So I'll probably clean it up to the more active things. I got some fussy cuts and some stickers and things that are all digital, but they haven't sold in forever. And so, you know, if I build a kit or something that I feel is go with, I will, maybe I'll renew them because they go really well, or I'll add them to the kit because they don't sell on their own. But yeah, I gotta do some house cleaning for the new year. And then, we may decide to leave Etsy and, for handmade stuff and find another way that isn't going to eat up so many fees for handmade stuff and supplies. Because I can sell stuff. I don't have to have a shop to, if I do the stick to the US, I don't have to use a shop per se for the shipping labels per se, which, I mean, if they have that option and there's a discount, yeah, great. You know, it makes my life a little easier when it's all in one. But I have a UPS, I have a post office account. It's not like I can't. They've got great new rates coming up. So, like, I don't know. There's other ways to do this. So that's what we're debating on. I got to see. I've got to make a real effort in the new year and see if I can make enough money to, you know, make up for what my daughter will be, you know, our survival benefits only go so far. So when one, you know, comes up, I have to make up that income. So, yeah. So I got to see if we can do this. If we have things that you guys want, and we make things you guys like, that you want to, I don't know if I can clean that up a little bit more. Sorry. I'm like, I don't mind this one's really hard. It's really hard to cut out that tiny little whatever. And I'm like, But let's see if we can clean this up just a little bit. Not seeing a lot of it, but that doesn't mean I want it haphazardly laying there, right? So yeah, we are working on the potential of, you know, when Lorette wants to sell stuff, we have a better system, so you can just go in, use your credit card, and be done. You don't have to wait to, you know, wait for too much information. You know, some things, I know some stores want it pretty generic no matter what, but you know, it's hard when you're making something by hand and you're trying to like, well, not everything weighs the same, not everything goes the same. But for materials and supplies and things where we have bundles of supplies, you know, it's pretty easy. We'll do it, we'll package it, we'll put it up. You guys can get in and get out, you know. So what do we think? You know, you can't really read all of the definition, but I don't know if I really want it as a reading, right? It's joy, like we all know, for the most part. And I hate to cover that up, but gladness, exhilaration of spirits, joy, rejoice or excuse. That's all we really need. Hate to lose joy. You get, you know, presents bring you joy, right? Santa brings you joy. Because we have May Your Christmas be bright and please make sure I'm still on camera. I backed up a little bit, so maybe the lighting would be better, but I'll pick it up and let you guys see it once we get going. There's berries, there's ribbons, it is a bummer it's very white in there, and I'll have to go back with the, because I'm not cutting that out. There's just no way. I'm afraid it'll be too loose, and if I try to, as it is, we see with the other one, it's too new. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. You know me. I'm like, oh god. One inside the other, open till Christmas. Maybe this won't go in there. I'm like, I like it, but I don't know if it's going to get in there. Unless you just put it on top. Like sort of a definition page. Which, you know, that might work. Ooh, I like that idea. What do we do about that? Why not? And then we'll put lace across the bottom a little bit to help hide the fact that we don't have it to the bottom. Well, let's do that. But I gotta get some more. I gotta get that white down. Ugh. That white's just a little too much. Even my background doesn't have that much white. I'm like, Oh, so what are we working on? Well, let's see, I went too dark, but that's alright. Are we working on folios? Are we working on little ephemera? Are we working on full journals? What have we got going, ladies and gentlemen? Tell me in the comments below what you're working on. Is it gifts for friends? Is it, I've done that in many years, or I've made little, you know, like pharmacy bag journals and just for little tidbits of information or tidbits of things for friends. I like that. So let's see if we can get that glued down where I want it. But what are we working on? Are we finishing last minute fall? Do we have a fall journal that you're going to write in or been writing in? I'm behind on mine. I did a little bit of writing. It's getting a little harder where I feel it's sort of repetitive lately. And, you know, I have a journal that's for 3 months worth of potential. And I'm like, I do have pictures for the girls for Halloween, a little bit. We did okay for Halloween, I guess. I mean, I let the girls do what they want this year. I didn't push tradition on them too much. We decorated we quickly threw together carved pumpkins the night before Halloween, because we don't do it too early around here. Weather's so weird that you could easily, like, you know, your pumpkin go bad. Like our pumpkins are actually doing okay. Probably not. If I go look at them today because we've got some sun, they're probably starting to do weird things. But if we'd done it a week ago, like, it could have totally gone bad, you know, before Halloween even came about, which I never even put a light in them. They sat on the porch and you could see them to a point, but they weren't lit up. I was like, It was a little weird. The girls wanted Halloween so bad, but every time the event came up, like watching a movie or decorating for the yard or carving the pumpkins, when it actually came down to it, they were very lackluster this year. They wanted their outfits, but, you know, my daughter went more period piece. It was supposed to be Agent Carter, but the day of, she didn't really want to wear her military jacket. She wore a long coat that was close to a petticoat, like a peacoat type thing for the era of 1946. One of mine was soft, easy to do. So she looked like a very casual Peggy Carter from Marvel. And her, you know, uniform on a day-to-day. Not one of her more fancier ones, a little bit more low-key. She was supposed to come home and go military style and come out with me. But her friends were like, come watch scary movies and hand out candy. Well, you know, let's hand out candy where my, my little brother goes trick-or-treating. Let's hand out candy for them and watch movies and have dinner or whatever. And I was like, okay. So I figured if I pushed the trick-or-treating, if I pushed this and that, like here at home, I would have it wasn't going to go well. And the youngest wanted to go with her friends up the street to my girlfriend's actually old stomping grounds, which is not far from the house. So I was like, okay. But I was like, well, I go trick-or-treating somewhere else. You're with your best friends. You'll be happier. And then, so then my oldest is like, well, first she's like, oh, well, I'll hang out with you, Mom. And then her friends at the last minute go, well, we're just going to do this. You want to come? And I get this puppy dog look. And I'm like, all right, fine, go. I'd rather you guys say I had a good Halloween. I had fun. I was with my friends. Than sit here and be like, oh, I'm stuck with Mom and I don't want to do this. And I realize we've only had 2 maybe really good Halloweens in the past 6 seasons. This will be the 3rd one, actually, 3 and 6. So not bad, half and half. We'd have a good year, then 2 years bad, and a good year, and 2 years bad. So, or a year or 2 bad. So I was stoked that this, since 2018, that this, was a good one, even if it wasn't traditional. It was like, okay, So I went back and forth between my neighbor's house and picking up and dropping them off all night, because no one drives. They none of them, of course, the time frames couldn't be together where I could actually sit and enjoy myself, but oh well. I got to go across to my neighbor's house who had parents, had adults and kids in and out all night, so I had to hang out over there. At least I had somewhere to hang out and left a little thing ooh, that's pretty. So that we'll have to put on something. What was I looking at and said, oh, we need to put something there? I don't know what it was. Oh, maybe to do with this. Which, it's long enough if I wanted to but that may get in the way. But yeah, we're going to have to, we'll use that to border something. Somewhere. Where's the other side? I know we were thinking about decorating this, but it's a little short. That doesn't mean it wouldn't be pretty up here. I like that idea. We'll do that. Okay. I'm just going to put it on there. I'm like, oh, forget that. We're not even going to wait. Let's get it up there. So yeah, they got to pick what they wanted, and I let it be. I was just like, well, we did our mummy dogs and our tater tots, and we watched, what did we watch? Oh, Hocus Pocus after carving, all on Monday night. So it was over a pre-Halloween thing. We did some of our traditional stuff. And then I let them either trick or treat or, hang with their friends on the night of. And, because the youngest couldn't wear her costume to school, but so she got to go trick or treating and wear it then. So, and then, she did can they spend the night, Mom? Yeah. So I had 2 extra kids in the house that night because they had no school the next day, and poor high school child had to go to school the next day. Like, sorry, babe. Elementary schools here are part of or junior high is part of our elementary school district, and so they feel the kids aren't going to do well. They're not going to come to school, or they're going to be cranky, or whatever. Parents aren't going to fight with it, so they prefer to have a teacher work day than a low attendance day. So, it's smart, but not, They'll have to learn come high school. They're going to get a rude awakening going, sorry, gotta go to school. They're going to go, what? Sorry, guys. All right, look at that. I really like that. I'll cut the top off next. And we'll put the lace in the bottom. But that actually came out really cute. Oh, and how funny. I wasn't even paying attention. So it is mirrored a little bit. See, we've got him here with all its glitter, right? And then we have him here. And this is your journal page on that side. So that's actually sort of cute. I think that's not a bad thing. I wasn't even paying attention to that. I keep forgetting. In this case, it is a side by side, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. I don't mind. Simply because, it's all right. It's all good. And I'm actually throwing those pieces away. Gasp, right? And pray I did not just open that one. Every once in a while you cut something and you're like, oh God, did that even stay? Yeah. Okay, so red glitter will be the focus of the day, and it's going to be everywhere. Okay, so we have that. We're going to get a letter done for that, so keep your eyes out. I'll let you know, of course, once it's up in my... If I get a cute one created, I will get it up on my Crafters of a Jewel Design site. Okay. So let's get some lace on that, so that way we can get that part done. At least I can say I actually finished like a page setting. So like this one, yeah, I did a green mesh ribbon. I did the tulle. I think that came from Michael's. That was definitely from Dollar Tree. But we think these red ones, these red Christmas, they're either the dollar section, seasonal goods, Christmas house. I want to say that we think this might be Michael's. I can't tell. doesn't really say on here, but if so, I think it's in their like cheaper section too. It doesn't say Michael's anywhere on it, so I don't know which one. We couldn't remember. My mom was gonna hit Dollar Tree today anyway and look and see if there is any more, because I'm almost out of red, and I have plenty of green because it is brighter. But like this stuff is definitely the Dollar Tree stuff. The floral garden area. We use a lot of this, and some of our lace come out of this one that we love. Now, cream is probably the name of the game, and I do have my usual. Is this it? Yeah. I think I'm gonna stick to the usual. I don't want it too bulky, and I want to make sure I can get it in and out pretty easily. I have my bits and pieces left over of something else. Oh, these came from something else that I received. All right. So I think we're just going to do a little bit of this. I don't want to block too much of the wording, so it's just going to be there, maybe show up a little bit on the bottom, but we want to definitely sort of hide the fact that we have an abrupt stop on the bottom. I'm like, that's no fun. But yeah, I'm so happy I can just go look and pull them out and see what's left. This was all was left of my little stuff. I did get to restock some of it. We went through my mom's selection because we don't have time right now to go through to get out to the thrift store, which it will be very soon. We're gonna have to try to get out before the holiday season's over with and see what's out there in our favorite thrift stops. Oh, well, that didn't last very long. To start restocking, for my own personal section, and then what I can bunch up and maybe sell out to you guys in the store in the new year. So, but we went through Mom's section of, from her mom, that we still have a good bulk amount, and so I was able to restock some of my laces. So, because there's certain laces I just don't have at all, and I'm like, okay, I don't have any, trim or ruffled lace, or I have sheet lace technically in a way, but that doesn't do me any good when I'm trying to cut it. You're trying to put on the edges of paper. Having to cut something sort of flimsy that's more of a fabric than a, edged lace. Okay, there we go. I'll keep this on the side, but we're going to keep it covered. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. What do we think? Do we like? Are we good? I think it's one of my better pages in a while. All in all, I love the glitter. I love that we have the glittery and the shine on the little bum that we can see the glue. So we'll have to see. But it is texture, though, too. In some ways, well, it's texture. I can see it. I don't think you guys can see it yet, but we'll see how it dries. And it might be there. And I'm like, well, it is, right? Oh, not everything works. And then we have that side. And so that's going to be a great tuck for a nice little thing. And then the back side, we'll do the large collage page, journal card / writing board maybe. And it'll hold that side really well. So how are we doing? I think we're about done today. Yeah, 47 minutes. I don't want to get too much longer. This one is pretty, well, we already, what did I not, I didn't ink the edges. I'm like, wait a minute, why does that look so white? We don't do white. And this one's definitely a vintage photo edged ordeal. We really want that look. I've liked it so far, especially with the newer, well, let's not use those. Nope, make sure we have the right stickers. And I could probably fold this enough times over. We could tear it off. I think I've already done it enough times that we get a nice little rough edge. Oh yeah, and distress that. That's gonna be yummy. Okay, let's do that. And we'll do a little bit of this so you get a feel for what I meant. So you can take my scalloped purse clutch envelopes, and like I said, right here, having this other end as a really elegant, multi-faceted, thumb pouch makes it really fun to see. I folded that one enough times that I will make it a tuck. I will use it to beautifully tuck something. You can put it across a page. You can put it individually. You could always pull it off, and you could do it like here. Put it here, and you have a tuck, right? I, though, love to put it right back on the envelope as a tuck. You can layer it to where you can see it or not. You can blend it right in. The usual glue 3 sides. Really, and now we can tuck, journal cards, which is what these are for, right in here. I'm going to put these two because they're both Santas. Yes, when you pull them out, you can see the Santas underneath. You have that, and that's sort of the look, is that's your pocket right there on the page. And that's what we're going to work with. So we do have Santa on this one. I don't know. And you can go either way with this one. I don't know if I want, I'm always wondering if I want to do the Santas on this page, because we have, well, either way you have, well, I got the kids on one side. I'm trying to see what it's opposite of. That makes the most sense. Like, that's an angel, and that's just standard. So if we do that, oh, that's right. That's not, no, never mind. Oh, it says the reason why I did it that way. Nope, never mind. This is not going to be the journal cards. Something will go in here at some point. I have smaller journal cards that I'll probably put in here. But no, I wanted, but the big thing is the file folder that's going in this one. This side, and I picked it this way, and I picked the journal cards, so when you tuck these in, you could see. Uh-oh, is that the wrong journal page? I do. Oh, well, that's a different, oh, deal too. Hold on. See? Oh, I'm like, wait a minute. My whole thing was about to be upside down. Whew, that would have been bad. All right. Let's get this sucker glued in here before this gets bad. Before this one gets bad. Nope, we're going to do this one. Yes, it does go opposite of that. I wanted to tuck in the two journal cards here, and where you could see a little bit of Santa. See, he is your decor here. Doesn't mean we won't decorate this later. I feel like this needs another layer off the fabric. Definitely need another layer. So yeah, that's the deal. So we are going to probably glue this side the way I want it, and then pull it nice and tight and do the other side, because I do not. I know, and the bummer part is I went ahead and because I wasn't sure how I was going to use it, I did back the envelope as if I was going to fold it and use it as an envelope. I don't know. I wanted a lot of unusual shapes and papers and things inserted into this journal. You have 15 pieces of paper, so you have 60 pages that will be decorated and are able to be written on. So that is awesome. And then you're going to have, all this extra stuff. So we're going to have the file folder. So the goal is then when this glues in just right, you will see the tab, and you'll be able to pull it out, and it'll have some fun papers in it. It will have fun papers in it. So we're going to just glue this, I think. I don't think, and we'll glue the other side, and then that will keep it, I think, closed. And then, of course, sewing it in helps too, but. All right, let's, because that comes down quite a ways. It comes down farther than it looks, so. I am trying to center it up. Haha. Yeah. Maybe not. I take that back. I think I'm going to drop it a little bit. We're going to go on the bottom half so it gets 2 holes, potentially. And that way, if I wanted to, I could decorate the top a little bit. We could put a word. We could have put a banner. We could put fabric. I could do something up here if I wanted to. How's that? As I'm getting pieces going, how I want to do it. There we go. Okay. Now, where's my bone folder? Oh, in front of me. I always try to make sure that we can get, in there, and that they're doing their job. First one, a little chaotic. First video back. A little chaotic, a little long. But that goes there, and then we would technically, my kitty cat, she finally got warm, haha, and she moved. So okay, so we could put any one of these, but maybe a smaller journal card would get tucked in here, right? So if I put a word in it, we want it to stick out, but you can put probably easily 2 smaller journal cards in here. We'll see what I have going in, but we will get something tucked into that, because I have, the 6 journal cards and all that jazz. All right, but my biggest thing was this with the potential of a tuck right here. So, which I don't like how that is. Okay, I just want to make sure it's got some. I sometimes have a tendency of getting too much and it ends up, I don't have enough depth. All right, so there's that. So then, pull it nice and tight on the back side. There's a little bit of a gap. I didn't quite get it down all the way. Down into the crevice there, but it all depends on how you, see, I didn't quite do it where I wanted to. But we can sort of refold it up a little bit. However, you want it to open. You don't want it to be too tight and rip. but you don't want it to hinder you when you go to, what's the word? Yeah, see, I get a little too far in when I do this. There we go. I'm lucky I got my videos. I'm getting my videos done today because next week they're putting in a new garage. My sleeve. A new garage door opener in. Mine died 2 weeks ago. We've only had it 3 or 4 years, but they stopped supporting it, stopped maintaining it, stopped making it. Didn't realize it when my husband bought it it was on the verge of that. We have babied it this far, but I'm not doing it anymore. When you go to, it opens and then won't close all of a sudden. I'm like, no, I'm done. 10 to 1, I'm wondering now that we fixed the springs, it might work, but I'm just sort of done with the whole thing being so malfunctioning so often. Ooh, so there we go. We have the journal cards. We'll decorate that. We put some on the edges there. That one's good. We just need to now decor the file folder that's in it. Maybe put something here on the outside and do some up there. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you go. I've rambled. I've got plenty more to do, and it's not like I don't have more videos. I can decor, I can do whatever, and then come back and show more. So, next up, maybe I think we need to do is the, maybe the collage boards, so that I know what kind of, what extra ephemera I've got working with. And then, we'll do ephemera, and so hopefully it'll be 2 more videos, maybe 3 next week. Definitely like, love, comment, subscribe. Click on my link so you see where else I'm at. I do a lot of things on Instagram sometimes. Decorating something up is so much easier to throw together and do a 60-second, video on Instagram showing it as real. When there's little things that you just, do I really want to get into a whole, video just for one little thing? We can do it elsewhere. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Love it. I got the 2 main things that I've been dying to do. They are in, they are up. We are decored, we are ready. We're repurposing that little baggie that came, with product in it. I love the red. It goes beautifully. That's going to be awesome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really hoping you're loving it. I really hope that you'll continue to watch me through this and see how it progresses, and it's something that hits your fancy. And if you're not crafting along with me, that maybe you will decide to add it to your collection and purchase it here in the next week or 2. We'll see how quickly I get this done, right? I had to put my energy into it. So I really appreciate it. Love you all. And if you finished to this point, you got to the end, you watched all of it, and you know what's going on, because unless you look at the description below, you won't know. As a thank you to you all, this will be a link down below in a Dropbox option. And all you do is click on the link. It'll bring you up to my Dropbox. It'll have this JPEG in it. And you can click on it, simply download it to your device or right into your Adobe Acrobat. And you can print off this lovely little fussy cut page of poinsettias and holly. I always want more holly and poinsettias to decorate with, like you just saw us do. I never have enough, or I don't remember where they are, and I'm just like, I just want them in one spot. So as a thank you to watching today and joining back in and, upping my numbers and helping me out, and, let's see how good we can do in November, December, as things go along and get things started to the new year. I just wanted to say thank you all for watching and sticking it out with me over the past few years, or if you're new, look at that, new freebie for you. And just wanted to say a special thank you. So look below, down in the show me, click show more, and this will be in the link, or the upside down arrow, click on it, and it'll open up the description box in YouTube, and you'll be able to click on that direct link and get my freebie holly and poinsettia fussy cut page. So I really appreciate all of you. Love you all so very much. Really appreciate you watching, liking, loving, commenting, and subscribing. And there we go, lady. The Santa's Christmas is on its way. My probably one and only Christmas journal out in the shop this year. And then we'll be on to the snowy winter journal for my own December daily that you're going to watch. And anything else that comes in between. So love you all very, very much. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will let you go. Have a great day. Bye-bye.